the e-learning world, we talk a lot about games and gamification. One of the things that games do really well is give you feedback about how you're doing in the game without explicitly telling you what you need to do next and what you did wrong. So this is a screenshot from a game called Forge of Empires. This screenshot's actually a couple years old, but this is from my city from a few years ago. You build a city, you take over territories and map, you negotiate, you do research, there's fights, there's all of these things. There's a ton of different things in here. There's a lot of resource management in here, and I'm kind of balancing multiple factors. So if I fight a battle and lose, that is feedback that my strategy is wrong. If I win, but my army takes a bunch of damage, that is feedback. And yes, there's an explicit you lost or you were defeated, but I've got to figure out a little bit about my strategy, and I've got to use some thinking about, well, okay, what do I need to do a little better here? You collect these resources in the game. There's coins and supplies and metals and diamonds and all of these other things. If I am building buildings and I run out of coins, then that is feedback in the game on how I'm doing. It isn't going to tell me, oh, you need to actually improve, increase your coin production in order to balance things out, or you've been spending, you've built too many buildings. But I'm going to get that feedback in the other way. Now, very little of the e-learning that we do is going to be as complex as what this game is, right? This is a huge game with a big team of developers who are doing it. We are not going to do this much, but I do think it is helpful if you play some games to look at the ways that feedback is shown in games to tell you how you're doing on progress. Part of how games, especially casual games, are addictive and keep you going is because you constantly get feedback on your progress. You can constantly see how you're doing and how you're improving, and that's motivating. That's one of the game elements that something like Duolingo for languages, that it'll be that you will do things and progress on. Now, okay, Clark did raise a good point. People will share the strategies, and so it's not just within the game. Forge of Empires is a guild game, and so absolutely, we have chat in there. We talk about, like, here's the special event, here's the things that are coming up, here's the strategies to do stuff. There are strategy guides on YouTube and online, and I can tell you who my favorite strategy guide person is for this game, right? There are definitely things that there is a social aspect to a game like this as well. And wouldn't it be cool if we had e-learning that people were motivated enough to do, that they were going out and socially sharing the strategies for doing it? Like, wouldn't that be fantastic if we did that? Not very much of what we do is going to be there, and that's okay, but I think we can still steal bits and pieces.